Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. You made it through the second day of the week. Thumbs up to you. I was off today. So, I did try to sleep in. Sophia woke me up once. And, well, then I finally ended up having to get up. Then, and only then, was, of course, I get up first thing. I scroll as I do. The library store, which I said I wasn't going to go to, they posted, previously, like yesterday, they just had a huge influx of sci-fi fantasy books. Quarter each. So, a lot of y'all probably been crazy. Just, wow, what the heck. Oh, there's Sophia. Hello, Sophia girl. There she is. She's like, oh. So, okay. No bigs. I was like, how much could they have gotten? I was there Friday. A good bit, apparently. Then, this morning, they posted on a reel a cart of DVDs. Huge thing of like zombie movies. So, I'm like trying to look at the picture going, okay. Apparently it was over 200 DVDs. So, went ahead and got up and took my little bit of recycling. And so as you can tell, I spent $20 at the library store. Then I went to Second and Charles because I was on the quest to see if I could find a used copy of Scream 2 sound, the pop music soundtracks. So not the Beltrami scores that I got last week. So that being said, books. What I got, quarter each. Then we'll get into the DVDs. So, how could I not? I had to. Now, there was some weird shit in there. I'm not going to lie. I just, I love horror, but there was some shit in there. I was like, what is that? And Miss K had said some other guy had come and he spent like $100. So I was like, oh, there she goes. So anyway, first thing, so their sci-fi fantasy section, they throw horror in there. So they don't have a separate horror section. So Stephen King, Dean Koontz is in with like horror. The first thing I saw was this old paperback from 1978, Nora Lofts, The Haunting of Gadd's Hall. Pretty good condition, almost 50 years old. Sounds like a good old haunted house book. Okay. The other from the kids section, you know me, I love me some Nancy Drew. If it's not the classic, it's the later ones. This is the 93. So this is Nancy Drew, Mystery on the Menu. Okay. So I have a couple of these. I haven't kept up with which ones I bought. Mainly because I'm always so focused on the original Nancy Drew yellows. And then the ones that came after that. Same thing. Since I'm down to the 3 Hardy Boys. So that's pretty awesome. Then this one, I had no clue. I saw it and I had to have it. But, for a quarter, how could I not? Sliders. God, I love this show. Sliders, the novel. So I can only assume this is probably the novelization of the pilot episode. An all-new original novel based on the Fox TV series. It's an old library edition. I never knew this existed. I love this show. Oh my God. Granted, those last 2 seasons just, where Quinn died in his twin brother. I just, the first, I don't know, the first two seasons I thought was the best. Yeah. Earth, 96. 30 years, people. Yeah, 30 years, people. Sliders. That goes in the collection. Don't care if it is a library, old library. Mine now. And I saw some Halloween books in the little area. I only saw a magazine, but of course, you know, for me, Halloween is year-round. And so this is the Martha Stewart Holiday Halloween from 2004. I adore Martha. She can do no wrong. She was, you know, she's the best. And anything she does for the holiday, whatever, I'm there. So there's that. So those are the books I got there. I spent $1 total. So yeah, you can't beat that. The sci-fi books, I mean, gee, if only I'd waited, I could have, that Superman book, I paid $4 for last week. Whatever. Somebody else would have gotten it. So I saw a book in the pictures they had posted, like in their special, like hardcovers for $5. Basically, they're newer hardcovers that have come out recently. And, you know, you can pay $5 for a hardcover versus 30. Not bad, but I saw in the picture the My Beloved Jan Carone for my mom. And I was like, I was going to get it for her. Somebody already beat me to it. Curses. Okay. So, before I get into the zombie DVDs, the one non-zombie, I did get an extra copy of While You Were Sleeping because, well, it was $1. This one is an old, you can tell it's a rental case. If I had to guess, probably Movie Gallery, an affair to remember. This is one that needs a Blu-ray or a 4K release. And it was on at Christmas, and me and Mother watched it, and I was like, how the hell is this Christmas? The ending is set at Christmas, and that is why. I love this movie. It was one of those I never got into and knew of until Sleepless in Seattle. Hello. So, and then Warren Beatty and Annette Bening did Love Story. But, I mean, Cary Grant, Deborah Kerr, the best. So, that and While You're Sleeping, everything else is zombie related. So, let's go from there, shall we? Okay. Now, some are, a lot are still sealed. And then some are used, but sealed. If that makes sense. So, and some are just new. So, I mean, you really can't beat that. So, I mean, and for $1 each, you'd be a fool. A fool, I tell you, not to go take a look. Granted, somebody like, yeah, I'm just going to roll the entire cart. Now, there was stuff like White Trash Zombie. I had never seen that, and I really did not have any inclination on it. So, yeah. So, that being said, the stack, the first one, H.P. Lovecraft's Reanimator Anchor Bay Edition. I know the 4K just came out recently because it's on my display at work. So I saw that one, Reanimator, the first one. And then Beyond Reanimator as well. And I always check the discs. These discs are all decent condition or like new. So, yeah. Oh, wow. This one has Jeffrey Combs as Dr. Herbert West. So, Reanimator, Beyond Reanimator. Not bad. This one, new. MGM presents Midnight Movies. I Bury the Living, Richard Boone. This is one I saw in the picture, and I was like, okay, it's Midnight Movies, but I couldn't make out what it was. So, I love any of these. I have the original Invaders from Mars, and it's the original, and then it has like the remake on it too, that I got years ago. So, now this one's used, but where they wrapped it, Dead and Breakfast. Never heard of it. the best independent horror movie of the year, Rue Morgue magazine. You know, I do love me some Rue Morgue. And let's see. It caught me because it has Ever Carradine, Jeremy Sisto, and Diedrich Bader, and Portia de Rossi, and David Carradine. What a cast, but $1. Granted, they wanted it used for $7.99 at, I'm guessing Movie Gallery. This is an old Blockbuster rental, Zombie 4. And so you can tell, remember the stickers for Blockbuster? And Blockbuster's in the case. I have a couple of these cases. I really wish I had the ones that had like the Blockbuster insert, you know. And it's amazing how now that we are so removed from like 20 years since Blockbuster more or less closed 99.9% of their locations, we long for that. I honestly do miss going to pick something out to watch. Rows upon rows, whether it be VHS or DVD, and you'd see covers, and when you would judge a movie by its cover, and you would be so disappointed, you're just like, what the hell was that? That was not that cover represented that movie. None. But this one's Zombie 4 After Death. So do I have to follow Zombie 1 through 3? I don't know. Again, $1. Now this one I saw, it's brand new. It's loose, so here's hoping it's good. Brandon Routh, Dylan Dog, Dead of Night. I feel like I've seen this before, the actual DVD, but not the movie. I do love me some Brandon Routh. Superman Returns, DC's Legends of the DC Universe, you know, the Hallmark movie with the dogs, fire dogs. I like him. He's a tall drink of water. So, yeah. Now this, George A. Romero's Day of the Dead, which, really cool packaging. I mean, look at that. That is awesome. And for $1, I mean, some of the, like I said, some of these I looked at and I was just like, not that you do tell, so, but I love that packaging. That's pretty awesome. So, Day of the Dead. Then, Day of the Dead 2. Contagium, not Contagion. Contagium. Yum. Every day has a beginning. So, my favorite, Dawn of the Dead, the original from the 70s, but let me tell you what, I freaking love the remake. Sarah Polley, so great. But now you watch, the biggest difference being, well, slow zombies and fast-ass zombies. Whatever happened to the slow? This one has a lot of awards. It's called The Slaughter in widescreen. And when 6 college students take a job cleaning up an abandoned house, their plans are to work hard by day and play hard by night. However, their nonstop fun fest becomes a race for survival when they discover an ancient tomb and inadvertently awake a vengeful and bloodthirsty female demon hell-bent on revenge. From 2007. If I had a nickel every time that has happened. Number 1, you find an ancient tomb in a house, leave it be. Or you see these news articles where scientists found an ancient grave with a bug that supposedly has been dead for 1 million years. They can bring it back to life. Yeah, leave it. That's how shit gets started. This one, I've seen, I think streaming and such, Carriers with Chris Pine. And so, Movie Stop. Oh, wow. We got some Movie Stop here. There was Movie Stop, Movie Gallery, Blockbuster, Hollywood Video. Oh, boy. I remember liking this one, but it's Chris Pine. So, whew, Hubba hubba zing zing, baby. This one caught me because Robert Englund, Freddy Krueger, y'all. Dance of the Dead. So, Lord, Freddy, Robert Englund, he's done so much. Growing up, when I first saw him in Nightmare on Elm Street, but he was Willie on V, the miniseries, V, the Final Battle, and the series. So, this one, wow. Let's see. Producer. Directed by Tobe Hooper. Wow. Okay, that's something. Dance of the Dead, Robert Englund. So, all right. These others, a made-to-see entertainment version of the original Night of the Living Dead, used. So, there's that. Okay. Which I really should get I need to get the Criterion version, but it's fine. And then this is the 90s remake they did that I really wanted the 4K of, and the Steelbook. I mean, it went out of print instantly. Wait, when was this? Because this has the late, great Tony Todd, Candyman. I remember liking it. So, the other, Woke Up Dead, John Heater, Napoleon Dynamite himself. He was actually in town January 8th. I wish I could have gone to it. It was a Napoleon Dynamite event. Him, John Grease, and the other guy who played Pedro, which I cannot think of his name. It was an event. Tickets were like the nice VIP was like $150 with a meet and greet. I wish I could have gone because I know it would have been a blast. But I mean, him as Napoleon Dynamite, Blades of Glory. Oh God, but he's just funny in general. So, and then John Grease. Oh my God, White Lotus, The Pretender. He was Brutes, and he's been in so much. It's crazy. But this sounds good. Wait, is that Josh Gad? Oh my God. And Kristen Ritter. Holy shit. Okay. I freaking love Kristen Ritter. Miss Jessica Jones herself. We actually share the same birthday, December 16th. She was on a movie like Vamps, her and Alicia Silverstone. But Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment 23, which is one of the funniest shows ever. Up there with happy endings. I know those episodes by heart, but she's just a great actress. I love me some John Heater and Josh Gad. He's freaking hilarious. So, also in here, Scooby-Doo and the Zombies. This is like 3 episodes. Don't care. I was brought up on Scooby-Doo. How many of y'all, raise your hands, wanted to chuck everything, travel the country solving mysteries, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who are haunting old amusement parks wearing masks, but I'd like to give it a whirl. Now this one is used. What caught me, Bruce Boxleitner. We know Scarecrow, Mrs. King, Tron. He's been in so much. Legion of the Dead, and it's used. So, love me some Bruce Boxleitner. Babylon 5. Oh my gosh. And who I had a crush on, Zach Galligan from Gremlins. Gremlins 2. The TV movie Surviving with him and Molly Ringwald about teen suicide. He's aged like a fine wine. So. And the last of the zombie stack. It was separate, but hey, it was still $1. I know this is like one of those cheap ass box sets of like public domain. They just chuck it all in there. 50 movies, pure terror. I mean, and you've got over 68 hours of terror to tickle your slasher bone. Boner? Okay. So, I mean, you've got The Amazing Transparent Man, Anatomy of a Psycho. So what gets me is when you go down, obviously you have some like old TV movies, like The House That Screamed from '69. It Happened at Nightmare Inn, 1973. Keep My Grave Open. Manos, Hands of Fate, which I have never seen without the MST3K guys down in the corner. My Mom's a Werewolf. Susan Blakely. No year. No, 89. So, I mean, 50 movies for $1. The quality might not be that great, but, I mean, that's like almost 3 days of nonstop movies. 68 hours. Like, what the hell? That's bonkers. So, that was my library store haul. Of course, I went and got the cash out. I was like, $20. I stopped at, like, I was at 19, so I had to pick one more thing. I think that's where I ended up just grabbing While You're Sleeping, because that's one of my favorite romantic movies. Then, I didn't really need to go for, like, any foodstuffs or anything. And, I took my recycling. I was like, where to go next? So, I decided to go to Second Charles, run by there. Like I said, I'm looking for used copies of the original Scream soundtrack with the rock music and Scream 2. Scream 3, if they have it. So, but no luck. I had no luck. I always look at the soundtracks because you never know. I honestly just don't feel like digging out. I mean, because I have a stack of binders and it's music CDs and DVDs. It might take a minute. But I always look at their books, certain ones. I always check Hardy Boys, Nancy Drew, Goosebumps. However, actually, as you can tell, I am a Babysitters Club fan, hence my shirt. So, I do keep a list of the books I need in my phone, in my notes. So, I was actually able to find a copy of the very first Babysitters Club. Christie's Great Idea. I didn't have it. The next one, number 15, Little Miss Stoneybrook and Dawn, which I've seen multiple times, but the copies have all been just nasty. I refuse. So, but this one was actually just has this right here up top. Hey, it was $1.50. So, you're like, wow, you have very eclectic taste. Yes, I do. It's a disorder. It's to keep me sane. Number 52, Marianne plus Too Many Babies. You know, if you read that one other way, it'd be wild. And the condition, pretty good. And then number 23, Dawn on the Coast. So, I've always just, even the Babysitter Club TV show that was on HBO, then there was the reboot. I've always had the movie, which was directed by Melanie Mayron of 30-something fame, which I love that movie. I have had it on VHS. I'm a nerd. Sorry. Not sorry. So I found those at Second Charles. Then I always look at their movies because with their people carrying stuff to trade it in for cash or store credit, you always get a ton more store credit versus cash, which I get. That's why they have like a whole shelf of Walking Dead, Supernatural. So I always look at the TV shows, drama, and I look to see, is there anything I've been looking for that's hard to find? I love this series, James Coburn, the Flint series. I have the other one, In Light Flint. This is Our Man Flint. And it is still new and sealed. It was $5.05. That is just the weirdest pricing. So, and it's just like that take. It's a little light on the, not Austin Powers, but not James Bond. It's that middle ground where he's like James Bond, but Oh my God, it's the mod 60s. And look, $12.99 Blockbuster price. It makes me really not want to open it. Because then I would lose the sticker. So, damn, I just noticed that. Wow. But it's got great music too. So, yeah. So there's that. And then this other I saw, it's a good old cardboard case. Stay tuned. Oh my God. With John Ritter and Pam Dauber. Oh my God, you know, Working Mindy fame, you know, for her. And of course, the great John Ritter. I love this movie. What was this? 1992. I remember when this came out. I'm pretty sure it was during the summer of 92. 92. That was, I think. Hold on. I'm going to check something. Because I'll remember summer of 92, Batman Returns. Because I did work at the movie theater. Back home, we did have, it was a 2-screen theater. So back in 92, it was, oh wow, Batman Returns, Lethal Weapon 3, Sister Act, A League of Their Own, Unforgiven, Patriot Games, Alien 3. God, we had such high hopes for that one. Single White Female. Freaking love that movie. Such a great movie. Basic Instinct. Boomerang. That was big for us too. Had a great soundtrack. Encino Man. Oh boy. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the original. Mo Money. So many good movies. Hold on. When did Stay Tuned come out? Now, Stay Tuned. That one actually came out. Oh, August 14th of 92. Wow. Okay. I knew it was in the summer. I just remember it would always be like, oh wow, Jeffrey Jones, Eugene Levy, got a cast. You'd always thought it was like one of those movies that they could tell it wasn't going to do well, but so they just moved it to like August because, I mean, what are you going to do? Go up against Batman Returns? My God. Because, like what? Batman Returns. Hold on. Let's see here. Now, Batman Returns, June 16th of 92. Well, June 19th the rest. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. So how could you go up against that? So needless to say, I feel like it's been a good day. You know, I can't complain. I've taken a few more off my list of like books I've been looking for. I found some I didn't know existed. Honestly, this Sliders one just kills me, and I'm pretty sure it's just the it's got to be the novelization. So I will put, since most of my Hardy Boys and Nancy Drews and BSCs are over in storage, I would still like to get an actual good bookcase for them. Maybe clear out one of these, but who's to say? So anyway, that being the case, wow, this is an almost 30-minute video. These are the videos that make it all worthwhile, gang. I know the others are just like, it depends. It's basically me going to work, coming back, I buy something, whatever, or honestly, I just have something to talk about. So how about that? Yes, and I know I still haven't gotten a microphone. I'm working on it. Just, I'll get to it. So bear with me. We're still doing, I just haven't had a chance to learn any kind of editing. We are doing just matter-of-factly to the camera. I hear this is a trend. So, nothing flashy here, gang. So, with that being the case, I've got to decide what to fix for dinner. I'm washing. I got now. Once this is done, I can change clothes and do my laundry, and then I got to decide what to fix for dinner. So it's been a good Tuesday. So let's see what Wednesday has in store for us. Tomorrow I will be getting my copy of Westworld 4K. So we'll take a look at that tomorrow. I can't wait. Originally I was going to open, but I'm going to close now, which is fine. You know, I will just quit bitching about closing. It is what it is. I'm learning the more you bitch about something, you're putting too much energy into it. So I'm just kind of rolling along with things. So why? At least I can sleep in. That's going to be the thing. And technically, I'll be able to sleep in Thursday and Friday because it's weird mid shifts. And then I'm off the weekend. Scream 7 weekend. I can't wait. Anyway, if you can't tell. So, that being the case, I've got to scan these movies into my app, throw this load of towels in the dryer, throw my clothes in the wash, and then just kind of settle in for the night. So, you all enjoy the rest of your night. Eat you a good dinner. Get you some rest. If you've had a busy Tuesday, you deserve it. Okay? Don't stay up too late. Don't doom scroll like me. You know, I waffle between, doom scrolling and I need ramen ideas. So, which I would like to eat more ramen, but, you know, too many of the ramen cookbooks are like, there's so many ingredients. I want simple. Simple, like a couple of ingredients just for good. And as long as it feels, it's like the whole rice thing. The rice, beans, etc. Eat the easier recipes, the better. Not, I don't need a recipe for 26 ingredients and your freaking life story. Just tell me what to do and break it down into 4 to 5 ingredients. That's all I want. I know that's a lot to ask. So, but anyway, we will be back here tomorrow. Tomorrow night it will be late in the evening. And we'll see what happens tomorrow. So midweek, and we'll be going, what's tomorrow? On the horizon? Hump Day! Wednesday. So at least this time around I can go, hey, I'm off the weekend. Nice. Which, it's nice when it happens. So, but yeah. So anyway, you all have you a good dinner. Get you some rest. And you know what? As I always say, be good to others, but most importantly, be good to yourself. Okay? And again, I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Okay? I will see you all later tomorrow night, and we'll be back here at this spot. And you know what? We're just going to, I've already deemed it so. We're going to have a good Wednesday, and I'll meet you back here. Same bat time, same bat channel, okay? All right. See you tomorrow, gang.